Previously on Adequately Advanced Magic.
You poke your head through the wall into the adjacent apartment. Standing with her back turned to you is a human woman with dark brown hair in a tight bun. My name's Audrey.
Niklaus was like, oh, wait a second. And he goes through his coat pocket, and on the inner coat pocket, I think he put the little postage size piece of paper and pulls it out.
If you had some enlarge/reduce Magitech, you might be able to make the paper bigger. There is an abandoned museum, supposedly with a bunch of Magitech, but number one, it's abandoned, and number two, it's abandoned because there's supposedly lots of monsters in there. The three of you head out from the neighborhood and into just this absolutely sprawling, expansive urban jungle. And then you slowly snake your way through a bunch of narrow alleyways and corridors.
Welcome to Falcon's Reach, a city in which magic is technology. You're listening to Adequately Advanced Magic.
The three of you head out, and it soon becomes apparent that the entire Westovaria district is just a massive maze. There's a couple of main streets. Otherwise, it's just a mess of alleyways that twist and turn and lead into other people's apartments.
Oops, sorry.
How about someone do a survival check?
Oh.
I think that's wisdom-based. I will do a survival check. 17.
Oh, yeah.
Survived so good.
Yeah. Here, with your knowledge of how Eastovaria works, which is on the other side of the city, you are able to navigate a similar landscape. There's a montage of y'all just climbing over sewer pipes, accidentally wandering into people's apartments, and
looking thoughtfully or confusedly off into the distance.
Occasionally there's one of you guys is crawling.
Montages are neat. So we're just walking around right now, right?
Niklaus does turn to his compatriots as they're walking, and he's like, so I'm pretty sure Horton saw me cast magic without using Magitech. And
didn't he say we could come back if we wanted to learn from him or something, and he was really old?
Yeah, and he was an elf, wasn't he?
He was an elf, so he's really old.
He might be really old.
Should we be worried about him? Do we have to take him out?
Well, I mean, he seems like a nice old man, but I'm hesitant to trust anyone with that kind of information. Mm. Even if he doesn't betray us himself, he is endangered just by details about us.
Yeah, something we should keep an eye on then, right?
Yeah, I guess if
we
have problems, we can maybe ask him, but try not to involve him if we don't need to.
Yeah.
Sounds wise.
And
Did she say what type of museum this was?
And why is there a museum in this part of town?
It's another great question.
But no, I think you're right. I don't remember her saying.
I don't think she actually said.
Nobody
asked as well. So
correct.
It's true.
But we just know the approximate location.
I pull out the map that she gave us that we're following. Does it have a little legend, tourist map with a little museum icon with the description on it?
It doesn't. Yeah, you know what? Go ahead and roll another survival check.
Okay, I get a +2 for this. 17.
Yeah, the day of 17.
We're gonna need those rolls later, but
no, it's very important we know what type of museum it is. This is critical to the success of the mission.
Yeah, you take a look at the map that you got or somehow procured.
It was given to us, I think.
Yeah, I think it was just assumed that you have a map.
There was just one of those tourist map things onto the side of the job board, just grab
Oh
a map.
yeah, you should take one.
Yeah.
It might be 25 years old, but it's a map.
Yeah, you do see on the map that there is a little icon for the museum, and that there's a corresponding description located on the back of the map.
I read it out loud for my friends.
Yeah, it's just it's a short description about a museum of Falcon's Reach.
So like the history of the city, kind of a museum, the
Yeah.
founding and whatnot. Okay.
Probably not a great museum, right? It's not like one of these, Smithsonian type.
Yeah, like here's the
Probably not the
collection
Louvre.
of valuable gemstones
Yeah,
on display, kind of a thing.
Or like
Yeah.
to be fair, like community, those type of museums are great, but I guess we're not walking into some like big like, dinosaur exhibit, right? And so Jack is like, so you guys have the map. Are we going in the right direction right now?
Yeah, we're kind of relying on Hirkir's like intuition about this because all these twists and turns in the street don't really
That's true.
match up exactly with the map, considering the age of the map.
Yeah. How do you do it, Hercure?
It's not that different from Eastville area where I mostly grew up.
So like, do you use like your nose or something to find our way?
Intuition.
And that sounds like magic. So then Jack is he's just following along, looking around, and he still has his mind on this like that elf and how he talked about magic and history. And
Deadly
so
fucking mushrooms, my god.
he just kind of blurts out of the middle of nowhere like, "Hey, so you guys were doing magic back there, right? Like, how does that work? Like, what do you feel like when you do magic? Is that even the right verb? Do magic?
When you magic.
When you magic?"
Well, I can't speak for Hirkir, but for me, it just feels like this, like coming to the realization that you know how to do something, but you don't remember how you learned how to do it. So, like, if you've never ridden a bike, but you get on a bike and you know how to ride a bike, it just kind of feels natural. It kind of feels like I always knew how to do this, but I don't know until I try it.
Huh. So there's hope for me too one day. Right now, I don't feel like I could do magic, but maybe one day I could.
I mean, you were in those same pods with us, and I definitely could not do magic before I was in the pod.
Okay. Maybe I too will one day be magical like you two.
Maybe.
Yeah, Niklaus and Hirkir, you gaze upon Jack's muscles.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, you're pretty strong, even for a guy your size. Like, were you always that strong?
Oh no, I think just like you guys, those pods were filled with something. But yeah, I don't know. It does feel like I have a lot of power, but it's weird. I don't know what to do with it. I've always been this normal guy, just working the factory, not the best worker, not the worst, just kind of normal. And here I am with these, as you said, very nice muscles and all this strength. It's weird. It's definitely very weird.
And the way you fight with those weapons, it's like you train with them all your life. Were you like a fighter beforehand?
No, I just no, definitely not a actual fighter. I did have this crazy uncle. We would go out and he would show me how to shoot guns and stuff, and he taught me a few things about self-defense, but no, not actual fighting or anything. No time for that. Had to go to the factory all the time. But no, this uncle was weird. He talked about magic too, but we just thought he was crazy, so didn't really pay too much attention to him. I can't really remember what he said about magic, that it existed. That's kind of all I remember right now. I wonder if he's still alive too. I haven't checked up on him in a while.
I'm glad that's like immediately. So haven't seen Uncle James for a while. He might be dead.
He's old. Old and crazy. He lives by himself. I'm like the one who like brings him stuff, and he's got really, really busy lately. So
Yeah, but with being kidnapped and held up
yeah,
in a flying fortress.
yeah, for real. So
About an hour and a half later, you find yourself in front of a relatively short, dilapidated building that is defined by a couple of once majestic columns.
Does it look like it was once a good construction type thing, rather than sort of like, I don't know, like a warehouse type thing?
Go ahead and roll a history check.
11.
You remember from your third grade history class, Falcon's Reach history that this kind of architecture is older. And it becomes pretty apparent that the buildings that closely surround it were built later. There are a couple of faded advertisements that dot the outside wall of the structure, and in a sign in front of it, written in the classic Smithsonian font,
Nice.
there is some text that says Museum of Falcon's Reach. You can, from where you are, you can only see one entrance into the museum. Surrounding it are these ramshackle apartment buildings that surround it, and they all appear to have been abandoned at some point.
So the whole neighborhood is kind of empty and abandoned type thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So Jack takes out both of his swords just in case.
Can't imagine why. Is
So where do you
this
guys go?
appear to be the original main entrance type thing, like for the museum?
Yeah, in the center of the wall, this entrance has collapsed and there's some debris blocking the door.
Oh, okay. So much for taking out my swords. Can we clear the debris?
No, it's impossible.
Oh, okay.
Can we try and clear the debris? Or is the door accessible without clearing the debris, or do we need to, like, can we clamber over the debris to get to the door, or do we need to move some rocks or...
Yeah, there's quite a bit of debris blocking the door. You can see parts of the door behind the debris.
Is the debris up to the door, so it's...
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's blocking the door.
Okay. We move to clear the debris.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a strength check.
All right. I will...
Everyone?
Yeah, whoever wants to help.
Niklaus will be helping a little bit, but mostly he's keeping his eyes out for the buildings nearby and the streets.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 14.
I got a 10.
All right. Nicholas, how about you roll a perception check?
Okay. That's going to be a nat 1.
While looking out, he gets distracted by Jack's muscles.
I'll allow it. That can be canon. Yeah, you're supposed to be looking out for any incoming danger, but Jack's muscles suddenly catch your eye, and they are straining to lift the smallest rock possible from the debris.
Iron cables.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at them. And like, he has barely started, and already there's like a sheen of sweat that causing the muscles to glisten. Does he like oil it? Like, how does that happen?
Meanwhile, Hirkir is doing all of the hard work. You are able to clear about a 3-foot wide hole that would enable you to reach the door, but you sort of have to climb in there.
Okay. What is the door in reasonable condition, or is it like damaged?
From the outside, it's definitely weathered, but otherwise, it seems to be in working condition.
Okay. Is there a sign that says push or pull?
Yeah, it says push.
Okay.
Can Niklaus tell if the debris in front of the door and the door kind of entranceway, does it look like it's been undisturbed for a long time, or does it look like it was placed there to like block it?
Go ahead and do a investigate check.
Much better. 17 plus 5 is 22.
Ooh.
It's a combination of both. At some point, this debris did come from the ceiling.
Okay.
And then you do detect that there was some disturbance of it. And then you also do detect that somebody else like threw some more shit like on there at some point.
So I point out to the rest of the team, it's like, it looks like someone's been here before and they intentionally barricaded this door a bit. And I don't see them getting back out through there. So they're still inside, or there was some other way in and out.
I guess that's not totally surprising, but we should be careful, I think.
Yeah.
Does that mean there's something big and bad inside?
There's no way to know until we go inside. Joey, how big are the doors? Are they like really big, or are they more standard humanoid?
They're relatively large double doors.
All right.
Yeah. So there's some debris outside the door. Hirkir has cleared a 3-foot hole that you can crawl through to reach the door. Hirkir, you already crawled in, and you're basically like right up against the door.
Okay. And I'm going to try and push it open.
You push open the door, and it goes about 8 inches, just large enough for you to squeeze into the museum.
All right, I'm going to warn the fellas. It only opened enough to squeeze in, so be careful. And I will make my way inside.
Well, Niklaus will follow Hirker and try to get inside. Yeah, he tries to squeeze in. He's like, Jack, we'll try and make the door a little bit bigger once we're inside, in case you get... I don't know if you get stuck.
In case your huge muscles block your entrance into the building.
They're glistening, though, so maybe there's some lubrication. You can just slide right in.
Yeah, Niklaus, you just slip on through.
Jack also tries to slip on through.
Yeah, you can make it through.
Okay,
You're not,
alright, okay.
You're not super huge.
Alright, we're all inside.
Super giant. All right, what do we see? Is it dark?
Yeah, do we see anything?
Creepy music starts.
The three of you enter the foyer of the museum. Ahead of you, you see a long abandoned reception / ticket purchase desk. That's a thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there like some maps of the museum or anything there? Any brochures we could review?
Go ahead and do a perception check.
Oh, great.
How's the skylight situation?
I got an 11.
Here, you take a look around. Next to the desk, you see a sign that says, "Return your ticket with all 4 exhibit stamps in the proper order to receive a limited time special prize."
Oh, man.
Meanwhile, you do see that there is a doorway behind the desk with a sign on it that says "Employees Only."
Ooh.
And Niklaus, you can see that there appears to be some light coming from this room. Another doorway on your right has a small receptacle that says "Enter ticket here." And there is a doorway on your left that you would assume leads out from the exhibits. You don't find any maps, though.
It's like an IKEA.
Yeah. But that's a pretty good.
Great. We're going to get lost. We're going to get real hungry. We're going to buy some Swedish meatballs at the end.
I mean, as long as we get to the bedroom and we can take a short rest.
Alright, should we go in?
Yeah, let's see if we can get in through the door that says entrance.
Yeah.
We don't want to check out the employees only.
There is a very enticing light coming from there.
I just feel like no one can stop us and we get to go into the employees only area. Like, this seems cool.
That's true. They may have meatballs.
Could be meatballs. They're
All right, let's check
23
it out.
years old.
Jack kind of hangs cautiously behind the counter.
Alright, who's doing what?
Niklaus will go towards the employees section. Is the door open or is it closed with like light coming through like the door jam?
It's closed. There is some light coming from, like below the door.
Niklaus gives like a look to Hirker like, this is it. This is the time.
This is the time.
I stack up on the door on one side.
Mm-hmm.
I stack up behind him.
So are you ready?
Let's do this.
I attempt to open the door.
You attempt to open the door. It's locked.
I struggle with it a little more. Just keep trying to turn the thing and open it. Maybe the lock is old and it'll just give way.
It does not give way. It's very locked.
Darn.
Is it just like a key lock? Or is it a combination or
It's just a normal key lock.
Do you want to kick it down, strong guy?
Jack, why don't you try making this immovable object meet your unstoppable force?
Alright, but I'm saying that creepy light down there, I don't know, man. I'm not completely, I'm gonna kick it out and then get the hell out of the way, because I don't know. I don't like that light. So, Jack,
Okay, that's fine.
Jack comes from the counter and kicks the door, or tries to kick the door down. But, like, with force.
Alright, Jack, roll a strength check.
Strength check, okay. I got a 14.
What do you do exactly?
So I kind of roll up my sleeves, but that's kind of weird because you don't need your arms to kick. And he kind of like shakes himself loose, and then he kind of kicks at just kicks it midway, I guess, not too high, not too low, with the heel of his foot.
You do the fireman kick,
What is that?
which is I think the actual way that you're supposed to kick down doors.
Yeah,
like you
that's-
sort of like stomp on it.
Yeah, exactly. I've also never kicked down a door in real life. So.
Man, we're really getting into the fantasy role playing here. And the door gets blasted open.
Say,
The three of you look down a short hallway, and it leads into an open area. The light that you saw from outside of the door appears to be from a large skylight that sits over this room. Other than that, you can see that there are a couple of desks in this room. as well as a few filing cabinets.
I investigate for any, I'm going to search for any info, stuff, maps.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and do a investigate check.
Investigation. 14.
Yeah. On one of the desks, you find a note. Actually, you find 2 notes. Well, yeah. You find another note on a different desk.
I found this note. Ernest, are you sure about using the JYMO automated cleaning system for the museum? I know they helped fund the museum, but that thing gives me the heebie-jeebies. Tina. And there's this other note that says, listen, Tina, unless you want to be the one that cleans the entire museum, I would stop bringing up the JYMO prototype at all of the meetings. If anything, we should be complaining about all these advertisements. I swear, if I have to listen to another one, I'm going to go insane. Ernest. Alright, so we could be running into a crazy prototype or insane people.
This sounds like some sort of robot gone wild.
Correct.
What are the chances that it's still operational after all these years?
Well, we are playing a fantasy role-playing game, so I'm going to say 100%.
Yeah, I wonder what it looks like, too. Is it like a big, like a Roomba?
I'm going to guess there's going to be some, like, cleaning protrusion devices that will somehow be able to do damage to us.
Yeah, like a General Grievous or something.
It's going to look kind of cool up until the moment it tries to kill us.
All right, we got to be on guard. This sounds serious.
It does sound serious.
Is there anything in the room that we can take to like use or defend us against the automated cleaning system?
A
Go ahead and roll
control
a perception check.
Perception.
System of some sort.
Yeah, or like maybe like a broom, so then it thinks we're also a cleaner. Perception, you said?
Yep.
Maybe a user's manual.
Oh, that'd be nice. Ooh, I rolled a nat 1.
He's like really into the kitten hang in there poster.
Yeah. You take a look at the desks. They're made out of a fine cocobolo wood.
Wow, such craftsmanship. Nicholas is actually going to look and see if he can find like a employee badge or ID or something or uniform.
Yeah. Roll a investigate check.
I get a +5 for that. So 15.
Nice.
Yeah. Nicholas, you rummage through the desks looking for some employee ID, and you do find a key card.
Does it have a name on it?
No, it's one of those like boring RFID ones that like don't even have like a name on it.
Lame.
Yeah, they just like hand it to you.
Hey guys, I have a key card here, but did we find a way to get into the entrance door, or have we tried it yet?
I mean, we just kicked down the employees only, so this is literally all we've...
Yeah.
Was there like a ticket dispensary on the reception desk?
Did you want to go back and look, or?
Sure, since we're just trying to think about ways to get in.
Mm-hmm. Here, you head back outside to the foyer, and you take a look at the receptionist desk. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Perception... 15.
You look through the contents of the receptionist desk, and you do find a ticket dispenser. You also notice that for a building that has supposedly been long abandoned, it is immaculately clean.
Oh, creepy. Oh, Jack's
I suspect the cleaning machine is still
not.
active.
Jack gets uneasy. The hairs on the back of his neck start standing up.
I guess Nicholas goes back out to like meet up with her care. So do you think we can get a ticket from this machine?
Is it clear how the machine works, Joey?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. You press a button and a ticket comes out.
I press a button. Does a ticket come out?
A ticket comes out.
Oh yeah.
Wow, we did it.
Such technology.
Solved your puzzle, Joey. Solved it.
Such adequately advanced magic.
Oh, he did it. He used the title in the thing. Well, should we get tickets?
Let's do it.
I dispense tickets for us. I take this. How big is the dispenser?
It's about the size of a medium-small box.
Okay.
It's like a large Tupperware. I recently bought some glass Tupperware, so that's all I can think of right now.
Wow.
Glass.
After Hirker dispenses tickets, Nicholas tries to dispense extra tickets because he saw the sign that said there was a prize. He wants to get extra prizes. He tries to do an extra 5 tickets.
You smashed the button a couple times, but only like Only, let's see. Let me roll for it, actually.
D20.
Nice.
It's like D4.
D100.
Another 5 tickets come out.
5 tickets, okay. He puts them in his pocket to get the stamps along the way. He learned from his years in corporate Falcon's Reach that you always have to have... You always want to over budget, otherwise your budget will be cut the next year.
It's true.
Any other lessons from corporate Falcon's Reach?
They come as they do. You can't force these things.
All right. Jack also comes back out and he's ready to go. So he just walks up to the door and says, "Well, I'm kind of scared, but I guess it doesn't help to stand here. Should we go in?"
After you.
All right.
Let's do it.
Jack grabs a ticket, I guess, and feeds it through. Is that how it works?
We have to put it in a thing. Is it
out.
sort of like the Metro, Joey?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like. Yeah. Basically, it takes it in and then spits it back out.
Okay.
And then the door opens.
All right. So Jack, puts it in, spits it back out, and does the door open?
Yeah, the door opens.
He walks through, but just cautiously.
Yep. You head in.
Herkier follows.
After Herkier, the clouds goes up and he takes his time feeding the other 5 tickets, waiting for the door to close, doing the other ticket, waiting for the door to close until all the tickets have been marked, and then he goes through.
This one actually doesn't mark the...
He doesn't know this. He thinks there might be some magic that tells if you went through the gate or not.
Yeah, it takes you like a minute to do so as you open and close the door 6 times.
Yeah. Finally rejoining everybody.
Yeah. Here, Jack and Niklaus, you enter the first exhibit. You see several displays throughout the room, and you see a stamp machine near the back.
Ooh.
At the closest display, there is a title card, and it says, "The Old World, One of Danger." There's a big red button underneath it.
Niklaus looks at his 2 friends, looks at the button, looks back at his friends.
I think we have to press it.
Jack.
Yeah, I'll press it, but I'm gonna as you press it, I'm gonna look away, see if anything tries to sneak up on us.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so who's pressing the button?
Niklaus, seeing that his brave friends are not willing to press the button themselves, boldly walks up to the button and examines it for traps.
Mm-hmm. Go in and do a... how about you roll a perception check?
Alright. Nat 20.
Yeah.
Definitely not going to want that later.
With Nat 20, you take a look at the red button. You've seen mechanisms like this before, even if this one is a bit outdated. The red button basically activates a Magitech system that mechanically loads the Magitech into a corresponding Magitite wire. Basically, it's the button would activate some sort of Magitech.
But it looks untampered with.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. So guys, I'm going to hit the button. When it does, there may be a noise or lights potentially attracting whatever may be in the area.
All
Do
right.
you think we should proceed with the button pushing or not?
Yes.
I think it sounds good to me.
Pushes the button.
Press the button. Press the button!
You press the button. The button feels great satisfaction having not been pushed for a very long time.
And now we've gone all Hitchhiker's Guide.
Suddenly you hear some mechanical clanking, something rolling for a little bit, and clunking into position, and then something activating. Before you see a minor illusion, actually 2. One is a visual illusion. It shows images of villages, medieval villages, that are being attacked by monsters, and everything is like super unnecessarily scary. There's werewolves eating villagers, there's ghosts eating villagers, there's giant birds eating villagers, there's zombie eating villagers. Everything is just super scary. There's a voiceover that accompanies the visual illusion, and it basically talks about how terrible life was.
So this is an important question, Joey, in order for me to fully immerse myself in this moment. Whose voice does it sound like?
It is definitely a Morgan Freeman voice.
Perfect. Perfect. Continue.
Yeah, one of the images is actually penguins eating villagers.
Oh, jeez.
If only they had heroes in that day.
But it basically talks about how life was back in the day before everybody could easily purchase and cast magic.
Wait, is this a museum or a sales pitch?
Don't worry about it. That's it for that display. It does make a bit of noise.
Are there multiple displays in this?
Yeah, there's 2 more main displays.
Okay.
Would the not having seen the illusion play, would Niklaus know if that Magitech and Magitite is like in the thing there, or is it like somewhere else and it's like transported? The image is like piped.
The system would probably be relatively close by.
Because he wants the Magitech. Well, should we take a look at these other exhibits?
Sure.
Yep.
Are there any advertisements in the museum room?
There is some sort of advertisement on the door, but it's sort of hard to make out from here.
Okay.
The door leading to the next exhibit. The 3 of you head over to the next exhibit, and this one is the skeleton of just an absolutely gigantic bird, as if just to hammer home just how scary the old times were.
Jeez.
Like, it's gargantuan.
When
is
we
how
were
big.
naked, alone, and afraid.
Is there a button for Jack to hit?
Yeah, there's a button.
All right.
We're gonna get some edumacation.
Jack hits the button.
You hit the button, and there is another minor illusion of what this bird looked like when it was alive.
Is it terrifying?
It's terrifying. The voiceover talks about how there used to be giant rocks.
Yo, I just googled it. This is terrifying. Like, the Wikipedia page has like a bird carrying an elephant. It's huge.
They're big.
Yeah, the voiceover speaks about rocks, a gigantic bird species that used to be indigenous to the peninsula that would basically go around eating villagers, horses, villagers, and villagers.
Wait, did we already talk about where this illusion is coming from?
It's Magitech.
Yeah, there's like a Magitech system probably underneath the display.
Okay, can we get to it?
Yeah, you can try.
Yeah, so Jack looks for a way to see if he can get the illusion making device.
Go ahead and roll a Arcana check.
Okay, I'm not the right person doing this, but... Alright, dice does not lie. I got a 4.
You try to figure out where the Magitech is coming from and the associated mechanical device, and you basically just rip all of it out from the display. You do not find any Magitech or Magitite, and the illusion disappears.
And Jack is like, well, at least now those scary birds are gone.
Yeah, the rock actually turns into a giant skeleton. They have the skeleton in there.
Yeah.
Arguably more terrifying.
Yeah.
There's one more display in here.
Press the button. Press the button.
You run over and press the button. This time, another illusion appears and also another voiceover. There is what appears to be a giant tower of ooze, and you squint really hard and you see a bunch of people running at it. The voiceover describes a major incident in which an ooze-like primordial evil threatened to engulf the entire country.
Damn.
It mentions that a couple of and you can the voiceover is very sarcastic when it says heroes. Several heroes showed up to finally save the day after a prolonged campaign, possibly elongated by a pandemic. Once again, you can see the ooze eating villagers.
How did anyone live through those times?
Niklaus looks to see if there's like a list of these heroes, brave heroes' names, forever immortalized.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
It's an 8.
You don't find any names, but you do see that there's at least 3 rogues for some reason. There's a warlock with basically a Eldritch Blast machine gun. There is a tiefling paladin, some old dude with a bunch of zombies, a dude with a spear and a horse. Did I miss anybody? Oh, you also see there's one random druid.
So valiant, so brave.
This is our proud history.
Inspired by Jack's attempt to recover the Magitech. I saw you trying to get the Magitite out of the illusion earlier. You want to help me try to get it out of here?
I can try, but man, that device, I don't know. This doesn't make sense, but yeah, I'll help.
Yeah, I'll tell you where, and you just pull that apart, and then we'll figure it out.
Good.
Roy, go ahead and roll a Arcana check with advantage.
No such advantage. So 15 plus 5 is 20.
Yeah. You find a panel in the side of the display, and you have Jack rip it off. You find the mechanical dispenser of the Magitech, and you do find a minor illusion Magitech.
Yay.
As you pull out the Magitech, the dispenser does break. However, it's not designed for you to reach in there and like rip it out.
Weird.
So we can't. It's not usable anymore now. Now that we pulled it out.
Yeah, you're destroying education in this land.
Propaganda, more like.
Well, somebody put up like rocks in front of the door. That's the bigger problem.
Yeah, they didn't want the rogue cleaning machine to get out.
Based on what I saw of the mechanism, does it look like the other ones could be recovered as well from the other two displays?
Not the one that Jack was friends with, but possibly the other one.
Alright. I asked Jack if you can help me with the one that we haven't touched yet.
Yeah, sounds good. Kind of lumbers over.
Yep. Do that Arcana check with advantage.
19.
Yeah, you basically do the same thing over again. You locate that panel, have Jack rip it off, and you stick your hand in there and pull out another minor illusion Magitech.
Cool. 2 Magitech down. Looks like we're making the bank this time, boys. Shall we get our stamp and move on?
We gotta get those stamps.
He's gonna spend a minute getting all the stamps.
Yeah.
Yep. What type of stamp did we get? Is it like a whimsical, like rock, like stamp?
No. It's the logo of the company.
Yeah, but actually though, yeah, you do see there is the logo of. Let's see, it'll be the logo of Solstice Industries for the first one. Here, Jack and Niklaus, the three of you head to the door leading to the next exhibit, and then
Which side is the door on?
so
Just for
you
my-
enter this
my map.
room.
It was to the right of the main entrance.
Yeah, the door exiting is on the wall to the left, so it makes like a 90-degree turn. As the three of you approach the door leading to the next exhibit, suddenly something automatically trips a Magitech mechanism. And another illusion appears at the door, and there's another voiceover. This time it says, "And now, a word from our sponsors."
Oh.
You bastards!
The minor illusion plays.
I fast forward.
You can't skip. There's no countdown for
Can
this.
we pay for premium?
Yeah, that costs 50,000 gold.
Oh man.
Look, they don't know that whether we paid or not.
Yeah. What's it play?
The minor illusion plays a kick-ass action scene. You see a heavily armored soldier, which you recognize as being that of a Vire soldier, kicking ass and taking names, a VIRE soldier.
Like that rapid
Oh,
response thing.
is that the fast? Yeah, the fast. Gotcha.
Yeah, the Valdivian Incident
Right.
Response and Enforcement. I almost forgot what the acronym was. There's a squad of them just fighting monsters, shooting things, crazy action movie stuff. Suddenly, an officer steps into the illusion and he says, "Do you have what it takes to become a member of VIRE? Try this test and find out." And their little button appears that says, "Continue."
Wait, do I have a choice?
No.
Damn it.
Who's gonna push the button this time? Who hasn't pushed the button yet?
Can we just go through the door?
Yeah.
Do we have to? No.
Yeah, you try to push against the door and it like doesn't open. You feel the depths of insanity reach out at you here.
Everyone make an insanity check.
Gotta hit
Where's
those
the Call of
unseen
Cthulhu? I hit the button.
You hit the button.
Would you like to know more?
The illusion shows you in a vehicle just driving along, and then the voiceover says, "You are a VIRE officer, driving the lead vehicle of a convoy protecting a high-level corporate executive as he travels through Falcon's Reach. You are heading away from your base of operations and have just made a right turn when you are ordered to return to base immediately. Which direction do you turn at the next intersection?"
This is like a role play in a role play.
How deep does it go?
Oh God.
A countdown begins in the illusion. It goes 10, 9, 8.
I choose the wrong direction. Like left.
Yeah, some buttons appear in the illusion. There's one that says left, straight, reverse, right.
Left.
You hit the left button. Suddenly, the vehicle in the illusion explodes.
Nice.
And the letters say, "You have died."
Oh no.
Try again.
The soldier reappears and he says, "It looks like you don't have what it takes to become a member of VIRE, but for 50 gold a month, we can send you a training compendium to get you ready. Please enter your address here for a free trial."
Can we just put in some joke address?
A little keyboard pops up on the illusion.
I think the only address we know are the place we're staying in Hortense's, right?
Can we just put the museum's address?
Sure, let's try that.
Nicholas, you input the address of the museum, and then the door slides open.
Haha.
Puzzle cleared.
They're collecting our data.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Yeah, the three of you head into the next exhibit. You see also several displays in here. The first one has a title card, and it says, "Return of the Dragons, a new way of living." There's also a giant red button.
But what's the exhibit? Like, if we don't press the button, is it just nothing?
Yeah, it's just empty until you hit
okay.
the button to activate the
What are
illusion.
the other exhibits?
Another display says, "The new corporations." And then there is an interactive in the back where you're supposed to connect the companies to their focus.
Oh, like one of those like elementary school like homework assignments.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So Jack is thinking, like, I work at this factory, and so he says this out loud. He's like, so I work at this factory, but they just say we're some factory, and I don't really know too much about the company. Maybe if I learn a little bit more about some of these companies, I can figure out what
that
I was
control
making.
our lives.
Yeah, exactly. So he goes to the second one about the companies. What was the exhibit?
The new corporation.
The new corporations, and presses the button.
You press the button. The illusion shows several dragons flying around, and it's super dramatic. And then there's actually some of that sweet corporate royalty-free music playing in the back. The voiceover talks about how Magitite was discovered and the subsequent invention of Magitech, basically enabling most normal people to cast magic. It also speaks about how the dragons recognized the potential of the technology, fully privatized their organizations, and formed the corporations that exist in the present. It then goes into the 5 corporations. There is Solstice Industries, the main one, which makes the Magitech. The next one, Valdivian, handles security matters. JYMO focuses on food and water and sustenance. Falcoco distributes energy and handles the creation of Magitite. And Wolf News handles entertainment.
Is there like a government at all?
Just from knowledge that you know, there is a city government, but it's so sidelined by the corporations that it almost doesn't even matter if they exist.
Gotcha.
It wasn't even in the exhibition. It was so...
Yeah.
Cool. Jack kind of crosses his arms and he's like,
Well, should we just get our stamps and then... Or are we going to try to extract these illusions as well?
Are the things we're extracting worth anything, Joey?
They're fairly common, but you could still sell it for a little bit of gold.
Okay, why don't we extract them then?
I try to bulk extract with the help of Jack.
I'm here.
Yeah, go ahead and roll the Arcana check.
15 plus 5 is 20.
The three of you go around vandalizing all of the displays, and you get another 3 minor illusion.
Okay, add it to our stockpile. Should we go ahead and get the stamp and then
And head to the...
to
Where's
the
our
suite?
next...
Next exhibition?
Let's do it.
Yeah, the stamp machine is located in the back. Head over and you stamp your tickets. This time it's the Valdivian logo.
Okay, so let's I started heading towards the door. Once I got my 6 stamps.
You head towards the door. As you do, once again, something sets off a Magitech and Magitite system. Another illusion appears. This time, you see...
Michael.
You see in big bold letters, Solstice Industries. And then the advertisement starts playing. It shows a human male dressed in the clothing of the old ways, dramatically fighting an owlbear.
Nice.
What's an owlbear?
Owlbear?
Owlbear. What?
Part owl, part bear.
Oh my god.
Classic D&D creature.
The dude continues to fight the owlbear, and then suddenly he is cornered against a rock. He reaches into his bag, and then it freeze frames. Suddenly some words appear in the illusion, as well as some multiple choices. The question says, "What Magitech should our hero use?" Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Is it also in Comic Sans font?
Comic Sans was banned by the Dragons.
Only Smithsonian Museum font.
Yeah, the options are A, elemental weapon, B, prayer of healing, C, prestidigitation, and D, cloud of daggers.
Prestidigitation. Let's get this guy killed.
I want to see Cloud of Daggers. That sounds cool.
Okay, yeah, Jack just shrugs and doesn't really know what any of these are. Or, I mean, he knows a prestidigitation because we already encountered that. Cloud of daggers?
Sure.
We hit the button for Cloud of Daggers.
You hit the button for Cloud of Daggers. The illusion continues playing. The man reaches into his bag and pulls out his Cloud of Daggers. He dramatically attaches it to a magitite crystal, and then the Cloud of Daggers appears and stabs into the owlbear. The human stands with one foot on top of the owlbear dramatically, and he gives a giant thumbs up, and he says, "Get your Cloud of Daggers at your nearest Soul Mart. 20% off for a limited time."
Ooh.
Wow. Is there like a coupon code?
No, there's no coupon code.
Not sure the deal is still ongoing at our local Souls Mart.
It was one of those where they had the expiration date, but it didn't have the year.
Wait, you said Souls Mart?
Like Solstice Industries.
Oh, okay, yeah. So they have their own, stores and stuff.
Yeah.
The door swings open.
All right, let's keep going.
And for our next trick,
We'll activate some illusion magitex.
What's in the next room?
The three of you head into the next exhibit. This one is just titled Falcon's Reach. There's not a whole lot of displays in here. In the center, there is a console with another big red button.
Press the button.
yeah, we can't resist a button at this point.
Alright, who presses it?
I'll press the button.
Kirko, you press the button. This time, a big 3D map interactive of Falcon's Reach appears in the center of the room. And there's little text blurbs about each area.
Aha. Okay.
You get a look at the map, and you see the neighborhoods of Falcon's Reach. To the west is West Ovaria, and you see one of the circular districts of Canaloon bordering it, and south of that you see another one called Elyon. To the east you see East Ovaria, similarly bordering the ringed districts, which include North Elise and Kiliad. In the center of the city you see the Solstice Plaza.
Is there any like handouts of the map, or not many like materials that we can take or anything, or just a map?
Go on and do a investigate check.
Okay. I got a 10.
You do find near the console is a little slot for maps.
So there are maps I can take.
Yeah.
Okay. Jack just takes a map.
Are they maps of the city?
Yeah, they're not terribly detailed, but it is useful to have a general map of the city.
I'll grab a map as well.
Who knows? Maybe we'll need it for kindling.
Yeah, Nicholas doesn't want to be left out either.
He takes 6 just to have extras.
Is that all that there is in this room?
Pretty much. You can look at the little text blurbs to learn about a particular neighborhood, but other than that, that's about it.
Is there like a copy of the blurbs on the little map?
Yeah, we can say so.
Okay, that way we can reference it later.
Cool.
All right. Is the stamp machine?
Yeah, it's just in the back.
All right.
Stamps.
Nicholas gets a head start on his.
Yeah, this one is the JYMO one.
All right. Is there another door at that leads out of this room?
Yeah.
All right. So before going towards that door, Jack kind of tries to look around and see how it triggers the illusions that keep showing up.
Mm-hmm. Do a perception check.
5.
You have no idea.
Jack just...
You're like, Jack is like, holy shit, it's magic.
All right.
Not totally wrong either.
All right, should we keep going then? Is there an illusion that tripped up by our movement?
Yeah, you trigger another one. This time it is like an advertisement for Falcoco. It's like a BP commercial. There's dramatic
the sky's really blue.
Yeah.
The air is really clean.
There's some awesome sky shots of the energy producing devices. And it's not really like an advertisement for anything in particular. The voice basically goes, Falcoco powers your life. It powers everything. Just to remind you of the presence of this company.
Jack is confused, and he has this kind of dawning realization and asks the other two, so have you guys ever wondered where the magic comes from?
I assume it's a magic tech device of some sort.
But where does that come from?
The wall somewhere?
No, not this thing. Like, in general, where does magic and magitite, the crystals, like, where do they come from?
I know they have some type of
Mines,
mining
I think.
and refining,
Mines.
but I don't know the details.
Science.
Probably one of the closely held secrets.
Industry.
And so Falcoco is the one that somehow mines these crystals?
It sort of has the monopoly on it? Is that what you'd say, Joey?
Yeah, it's what the company is designed to do.
Jack kind of strokes his chin.
The illusion continues and it says, do you know about your magitite? It enables you to clean your kitchen, power your lights, test your knowledge. What level of magitite do you need for the spell Speak with Plants?
I'm going to say level 1.
Does Niklaus have an idea?
You can do an Arcana check.
It's probably like a level 3 spell or something like that.
Out of character, I think it's a 2. Arcana is 19, so 19 plus 5 is 24.
Yeah, Niklaus, during your time working at Valdivian, you are pretty familiar with the inventory of spells that are sold. And you do know that Speak with Plants is level 3, actually.
Nice. Niklaus is like, this is definitely a level 3 spell. And then he hits a level 3.
Definitely.
Jack is like, I think it's level 2.
Yeah, so you hit the button for 3?
Yeah, as I hit the button and Jack says, I was like, oh, I already hit it.
The illusion says, you are right. Congratulations.
You may go through the store now.
The door swings open.
Sweet, what's in the next room?
You'll never guess.
It's just a room full of advertisements.
All playing
Oh,
at
God.
once.
Yeah. You enter into the last exhibit.
Ooh.
This one with a title card. It says, Magitech, the future. You look around the room and you see that there are 4 Magitech cases. And also another display near the end.
So there are 4 cases, and these aren't really, they're not part of the exhibit. They're like, it's clear they're like, somebody put them there.
No, they're part of the exhibit.
Oh, okay.
It's 4 display cases, and they also have buttons in front of them. You take a look at it, and it's just examples of Magitech. One of them says levitate. Another one says enlarge, reduce. Another one says fog cloud. And there's another one.
It's still blurry.
It was polymorph. Now it's wish.
Ooh.
So Jack is like, well, we need to look at that small text, right?
We do. So what we'll do is we take the enlarge reduce and we shrink you down so that text is larger enough for you to see relative to your size.
Is that how it works?
I mean, it can work that way.
Let's do it.
Unless you have an alternative suggestion.
Can we make the text bigger?
That is the other option, yes.
Although maybe it could come in handy to become smaller sometime.
I think it only lasts for a certain amount of time.
Oh, all right. So let's. So Jack goes to the enlarge reduce box, and what does he do? Is you have to open it or press a button, or what do you do?
There is a glass display case in front of you. Inside the case is a knife, and there is another big red button connected to the case.
Oh, Jack presses the button.
You press the button and you hear the Magitech engage. There is a flash of light, and the knife is now tiny.
Jack's like, whoa.
Whoa.
It worked.
All right, so there is some working Magitech for this, right? So we have to go find it. All right. So Jack kind of wiggles the box and jiggles the box and sees if there's any movement or any edges or cracks that can take out the glass case or remove the box or anything.
Here, Jack, let me help you.
Yeah.
I'll just say you're able to figure out based on process of elimination.
Previous experience.
The practice
and
I
previous
got.
experience. And you do see where the panel is.
I'm like, Jack, this is where it's at here. It's cleverly hidden. They managed to match the grain.
Oh man, I don't like museums. Jack mumbles.
There's too much education here.
Can you rip this panel off for me? I don't, I can find it. I just can't.
All right, so Jack kind of is it? Does he have to bend down to get it?
Yeah.
Okay, so Jack kind of bends down, kind of like crouches and gets a good grip on the panel and rips it off, or tries to rip it.
Go ahead and roll strength check.
Oh, 17.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Yeah, you rip off the panel, and now the innards of the mechanical device that dispenses the Magitech is exposed. You can see a large slash reduce sitting in the mechanism,
And also,
ready to be activated.
And also, as Jack rips off, he uses much more force than expected and just kind of falls back on his butt.
Well done, Jack.
Woo!
Whoa.
Nicholas takes a closer look at the mechanism. Is it possible, from his understanding of how Magitech circuits works, that he can modify this to, instead of reduce, to instead enlarge when the button is pushed?
Do an Arcana check.
+5. Let's see if I get lucky. Nope. So that'll be a 7.
Woo! You don't really have any idea how to do it.
This is an antiquated design, and they don't make circuits like this anymore. I thought I could try to adjust the circuit so that we could just enlarge it here, but we may have to take it back to the house and fiddle with it.
I thought that was the plan.
Yeah, I thought I could just kind of put the paper where the knife is and hit the button, and it would like, psh. But
So what do we do? Just rip it out?
Grab it.
yeah, I'm just gonna take out the actual tech, and we can use it later.
Are there any alarms, maybe?
If there are, they must be silent. I don't hear anything.
Yeah.
Given how much Magitech we've already ripped out of here, I don't know that this is...
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, so Nicholas reaches in and extracts the relevant crystal tech.
Yeah, we'll just say with it exposed, it's not that hard to pull it out, but it does damage the mechanism when you do.
So it's broken or still usable?
The tech is still good, just I can't use it in this thing anymore, right?
Yeah.
So the display case will no longer work
Oh, okay, gotcha.
if I try to put it back in.
But like, there's also a crystal or a power source that powers it, right?
It's probably from the building.
Yeah.
The generator probably gets a hard line instead of a separate
Gotcha.
crystal for each one.
Okay.
Well, while we're here, might as well take everything that's not bolted down.
It's not bolted down.
And then if there is a bolt, we can see what we can do about that.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's loot the museum.
I get Jack to help me with the other display cases and see if we can extract any of the other.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so there are 3 more of these Magitech display cases, and one more just another museum display.
We hit
So
them
the,
all up, right?
Yeah, the cases. We do the cases first.
The 3 of you head over to the next case, and this one has the levitate one.
All right. Should I attempt to roll?
No, I'm gonna rip off the panel, right?
We got to find together. We work together because
Yeah, how about you guys do a combination check and just roll with advantage?
Yeah.
Well, what do I roll?
I mean, we've done this enough times by this point.
Yeah, all right. Can't we just figure out?
We'll just have Willie. How about you just roll the strength?
Okay. 10.
You barely get it off.
Yes.
As you do, you rip off the door, and it clanks with a loud noise on the ground.
Uh-oh. Did that wake everything up?
It's fine. There's no one here.
All right.
There's definitely not any rogue cleaning machines, for sure.
It's gonna see the mess we made and it's gonna get all angry.
He's gonna be mad.
Yeah.
It's true.
So that was levitate, right?
Yeah, you pull out one levitate, and then the mechanism breaks.
All right. On to the next one.
Yeah, the next one is a fog cloud.
I got a 13.
Yeah, you also rip off the panel pretty handily.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got one more, right?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go. What's the last one?
The last one is a prayer of healing.
Wow.
4.
You accidentally punch instead of pull.
And Jack then gets angry and just takes out his sword and beats at it.
Yeah,
Or
the
frustrated.
display
It's more
case
frustrated, yeah.
disintegrates even more. You don't get the Magitech from this one.
Alright.
Jack, are you okay? You seem a little.
It's a rough day, you know. Like, everything I've been trying to do just hasn't been working, and then you get this a few successes here, and then once again it goes back to things not working your way, and it's frustrating.
I understand, but sometimes, things can be made better. They could be mended, and he says that he goes and casts mending on the display panel door as he thinks about making everything better.
We'll say you fix like one part. You like put the door back on, but all the insides are like still broken.
Oh well. Some things can be made better, but some things just can't be better.
I suppose there's always a new day tomorrow.
Alright, there's one more museum display.
What's it say?
This one is a little bit different. This one is a mural painted on the last wall before the exit. And it is a painting of some sort of humanoid inside a protective suit and helmet, and it looks like they're exploring hell.
What?
Huh.
Well, okay, it's not just hell. There is one part that's like all flames, and then there's like another part that looks like space. In big letters underneath, it says unlimited energy, unlimited magic, unlimited potential. There's some graffiti sprayed on top of this part.
Oh.
And on top of the text is painted the words, everything has a price, in big bold letters.
Whoa.
As the three of you are looking at this mural, musing at the planar knot, everybody roll a perception check.
Perception.
I got a 17.
Niklaus got a 3.
Hercure got a 15.
Kirkir and Jack, the two of you hear a quiet slurping noise from behind you.
What?
As you look back, you see the debris that Jack created from destroying all the displays appear to be floating in midair.
Niklaus?
The artwork on this is pretty good.
Niklaus!
What?
Hercure points at the floating debris.
Niklaus turns and looks. Huh.
You take a closer look here, and you see the transparent edges of a gelatinous cube. Inside the cube, first of all, there is the debris that you created. There's also a couple of skeletons floating around in there, and just various trash.
How big is it?
It's a large creature, so it's 10 by 10.
Wow. That's big.
I think we found our autonomous cleaning system, and it's worse than we thought.
The gelatinous cube lurches towards the three of you.
Man, this is scary.
Well, that's it for this episode. Thanks everyone for listening. Join us in our next one to find out who gets eaten or not by our big acid cube boy. If you enjoyed listening and you'd like to help support the podcast, please do share it with others or leave a nice rating and review. See you guys next time.